Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 547.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about 5 millionaire mindset habits. And as you know, mindset is one of the fun things we talk about on the Be Wealthy and Smart podcast. It's something I've covered a lot about and given you very specific things to do to increase your millionaire mindset and also to remove limiting beliefs, because we all have those blocks, those beliefs, those things that we believe are true that may not be true, those things that hold us back or make us feel like we can't do something that we really can do. And so I like to hit on mindset from time to time and just give you a little bit of a refresher. So I'm going to share with you an article I found on moneymakers.com, and it was written by Nicholas Say. And it's called, Here's What You Can Learn from the Millionaire Mindset. And it says, most people simply don't have a millionaire mindset. But if you want to get ahead of the pack, there are some common habits that can help you achieve your goals. Author and researcher Tom Corley did an extensive survey of 233 rich people in 2004. Now, I just want to say this article is more current and was written in November of 2018. Of the wealthy, 177 were self-made millionaires. More than 100 poor people were also included in the research. The differences he found could be your ticket to success, but it might also be more work than you think. One of the biggest things that millionaires possess is patience. Making money takes time. If you want to build a stable, affluent lifestyle, be ready to wait for your hard work to pay off. Many of the millionaires that Tom Corley interviewed worked daily to hone their skills, no matter what was going on in their lives. Keeping a positive mental attitude was another habit that millionaires seem to cultivate, which might explain why they are able to persevere to reach higher than most people ever do. People who get down on themselves aren't likely to have much confidence, nor are they going to inspire anyone else to reach for their personal best. So I want to pause there and say, I agree, making money takes time. But I'm going to say for reasons a little bit differently than what I just read to you. I think making money takes time because of the compounding effect that money has. As I wrote about in The Wealth Heiress, building wealth is about money, compounding, and time. And you can make up for time if you don't have a lot of years to build your wealth. You can make up for that by having more money to invest or compound at a higher rate. But time is a component of wealth building. And compounding is the easiest way to take advantage of time, because the longer that you have to compound, in other words, the earlier you start investing and compounding, the easier it is to be building your wealth. Because if you start early and you have more time to compound, it'll take you less money because your money will be growing for you and multiplying for you. So if you start early, you'll have that time on your side. So if that's something you want to know more about, I suggest you read my Wealth Heiress book. And there's a link to my book in the show notes. The next part of this article is The Millionaire Mindset, Never Stop Learning. According to Tom Corley, the rich never stop increasing their knowledge base. Think about it for a minute. Do you think Elon Musk stopped teaching himself when he left university? Of course he didn't. In super competitive fields like technology, the big players have to keep on top of the current trends. State-of-the-art materials and manufacturing processes are some of the things that can give a business an edge. So making sure you are on top of what is happening today is vital if you want to compete. Tom Corley's research found that the average self-made millionaire read for at least half an hour a day and spent time connecting with their mentors who could offer additional insight that simply wouldn't be available to the general public. So I want to stop there and say, absolutely, you always want to keep learning, whether that's improving how you invest or whether that is learning about what potential new technologies might be coming down the road that you could invest in. And I have to applaud you for listening to this podcast because you don't have to read a book in order to increase your learning. You can listen to podcasts, you can read blogs, you can read books. There's lots of ways to increase your learning. And I think podcasts are one of the easiest ways to do that because you can do it while you're doing something else. As I've mentioned many times, I use my car as a learning vehicle. I don't listen to the radio in the car and all of those terrible ads. I listen to podcasts. And I also listen to videos in my car. So sometimes it's YouTube or sometimes it's podcasts. But either way, I use that travel time in my car to learn. And that's because it's downtime. So while I'm getting ready in the morning, when I'm getting ready for bed at night, or when I am driving in the car by myself, those are easy times for me to have some kind of knowledge infusion going on because I have a huge appetite to always know what's the next thing, what are new technologies coming up, what's happening, what are investment opportunities, what's going on in the universe. I love to know all those things, and typically it's not on my nightly news. So I'm creative about my news sources and the way I get news, but I am always learning and seeking what I want knowledge about, not just what is being fed to me because someone else determined they think I need to know it, like our television does, but I'm really searching out the topics that I want to know more about. And that means I'm proactive with choosing what I listen to and who my news sources are. I remember hearing about Bill Gates and how he has a stack of books that once a year he takes some time off and he goes and he reads all of the books. And if one of the richest men in the world does that, that tells you how important knowledge is. Nowadays, with the internet and knowledge at our fingertips, it amazes me that people don't want to spend more time learning about why things are the way they are, or ancient history, or other fascinating topics that are now available to us that maybe we didn't learn in school, or all of those things you always wondered about that now you can find out why they are the way they are. I just have an insatiable thirst for knowledge, and the more I learn, the more I want to know. And I think this is the most exciting time to be alive because for the first time in our life, all of that knowledge is available at our fingertips. The next section is called, Do You Take Care of Yourself? Here's an open secret. Healthy people do better in life. Unsurprisingly, Tom Corley found that self-made millionaires exercised for at least half an hour a day, ate healthy food, and found time to create relaxation. All of these things will make a person more attractive, but being healthy also gives people more energy and endurance. Who wants to deal with an unattractive person who can't control their emotions? Again, the answer is a simple one. No one does. Making sure you can control yourself and not openly offend people is a trait that millionaires say is important. The reasons why this is the case should be obvious. People can choose to deal with you professionally or not. If you are affable, intelligent, and attractive, you will probably get more business than an uncontrollable blob of anger that spews hateful ideas at anyone they come in contact with. It all seems so simple, no? All right, I want to pause there and say, yes, it's important to take good care of yourself. We all know what we should be doing, but sometimes we don't do those things that we should be doing. I myself fall victim to my sweet tooth more times than I would like to. But I also am very good about eating organic food, being very particular about not eating a lot of processed food, and trying to get in enough fruits and vegetables every day so that I can maintain good health and live a long life. The next section is called Never Underestimate the Power of Positivity. Despite what most people project on millionaires, it isn't easy to get to the top. Once a person has money and a successful business, the headaches can grow. Positivity lets you get past the rough stuff and make it to the finish line. David Meltzer grew up in a poor family, but it didn't keep him from becoming a multimillionaire twice. He had to overcome some seriously bad circumstances to make his mark on the world of sports and marketing. Born into a big family that was supported by his single mother, he knew how bad things can get when there isn't enough money to go around. Instead of being a victim of his circumstances, David Meltzer kept positive and built up a powerful marketing business that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He talks about his life experiences here on The Passionate Few. The takeaway is simple. Don't let anything keep you from being positive, and your life will get better. Being positive also attracts millionaires, apparently. One of the things that most millionaires from Tom Corley's survey avoided was negativity and toxic people. Knowing people who have money and great connections are better than being surrounded by losers who BS nonstop about what they don't have. If David Meltzer let the poverty of his childhood haunt him for the rest of his life, he would never have built up his business. The same ideas apply to anyone, no matter what you want to accomplish. End of article. Well, I don't know David Meltzer, but it sounds like he had some obstacles to overcome, as everyone does. Nobody has it easy. Everybody has something, some obstacles. And obstacles are not a bad thing. They actually help you learn. They help you gain more focus. They help you gain more determination and help you grow as a person. So obstacles are just part of life. It's all about overcoming those obstacles and knowing that you can do it. Keeping that positive attitude going to say, yes, I will reach my goals. Yes, I can do this. Staying positive is incredibly important. The power of positive thinking is a foundation that came from a book that I read as a child about positivity. And also, I think in Think and Grow Rich, they talk a lot about positivity, belief, mindset. These things are all important just to keep telling yourself that you can do things, that you will achieve your goals. Being around like-minded people that are positive is super important. And I think some of that is like attracts like. Wealthy people that I know tend to be extremely positive, upbeat, and focus on the good things. To me, that's really focusing on abundance. It's focusing on the possibilities and what can be. So I want to encourage you to stay positive even if you're going through a rough time. Know that it's temporary, that it won't last forever, and you can get through it. And from there, set your goals high and think about being able to achieve your goals, because I know you can reach your financial goals. So just to review in the article what it said, it talked about making money takes time, millionaires never stop learning, they take care of themselves, they use the power of positivity, and I'd say they're around other people who are also positive. Implement these things into your life and you'll start seeing some really good things happen. I'll leave a link to this article in the show notes and on my website. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, please hit the subscribe button and you'll be updated as soon as new podcasts are available. We also have a survey in the show notes, and if you would take a moment to answer 10 quick questions about yourself and what you'd like to see in the podcast, that way I can tailor-make episodes especially for you. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.